Joining us now, David Rausch, the director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which played an integral part in this investigation. Director Rausch, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Craig.
One of the chief contributions, it would seem, is the collection of that DNA evidence and tying it to him so quickly. As I understand it, you guys were able to do that in about 9 hours. How were you able to do it so fast?
Well, the great news is we had a known individual where we were able to get the tissue from the scene, the crime scene itself, and then we were able to gather some comparative tissue, comparative DNA from his former vehicle, a vehicle that he owned, and we were able to go to that vehicle, recover some items from that vehicle, and collect standards from a hat and some gloves that were recovered from that vehicle.
You know, the question that so many folks have this morning, Director Rausch, is why? Why would a guy that was, it would seem, unknown to law enforcement, save a minor drug offense back in the late 70s when he was much younger, why would he do something like this? And I know that investigators are a long way from attributing motive, but based on your long time as a police chief, and next year, as I understand it, you're going to be head of the International Chiefs of Police. How will they go about determining motive?
Well, so there's a lot of effort that goes into that. So investigators from federal, state, and local authorities here in Nashville are working diligently, combing through the leads and the information we have coming in, and we've got information coming in literally as we speak that we'll comb through. We'll talk to a lot of people. There's a lot of interviews taking place right now, and through all of that, we hope to get an answer. Sometimes it's just not possible, but we feel like we'll at least have a little better understanding of who this suspect was and what potential motive he had. We don't know for sure that we'll ever get there to the complete answer because obviously that individual is no longer with us. So the best way to find motive is to talk to the individual. We will not be able to do that in this case. And so a lot of it will be what we can gather through interviews and ultimately what the evidence will point us toward. But we may never find out the exact reasoning behind the activity that took place.
No social media presence so far discovered, no known political ideology, according to neighbors and friends. One of the things that I found most striking is that this was something that was pulled off before dawn on Christmas Day. If he really wanted to wreak the kind of havoc that would have cost dozens, if not hundreds of lives, he would have picked a busier time. Is it possible that he wanted to just destroy property, that this was a message sent and property destruction was the ultimate goal?
You know, it appears that way when you look at, all the facts at this point. Obviously the audio from the vehicle warning people that an explosion was imminent. The opportunity to clear the area certainly gives you that insight that the possibility was that he had no intention of harming anyone but himself. But that obviously plays into our investigation, and so it does appear that the intent was more destruction than death. But again, that's all still speculation at this point as we continue in our investigation with all of our partners.